Welcome to the morning. It is Tuesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, the worst holiday there is. Just before 7 p.m. Eastern time on Monday night, Cory Booker, the New Jersey Democratic senator, took to the Senate floor, vowing to hold the floor via speaking for as long as he possibly could. Now, why was he doing this? Well, he explained himself on X before he went on. He said this, quote, Donald Trump and Elon Musk have shown a complete disregard for the rule of law, the Constitution, and the needs of the American people. So Booker, as of early Tuesday morning, 12 hours after he started, was still speaking. I would assume he'll continue on to try to break maybe his own 15-hour past filibuster record. I don't think he's going to get to the 24-hour all-time filibuster record set by Strom Thurmond as he tried to keep the Civil Rights Act from passing. But look, why is Cory Booker doing this? To be clear, this isn't going to change anything. Maybe I should say that at the top, right? There's actually not even any pending legislation that Booker is holding up in the Senate right now, so it's not even technically a filibuster. He's just speaking for as long as he can. So why? There's two reasons. One has to do with Democrats broadly. One has to do with Cory Booker in 2028. Let's do the Democrats broadly first. So if you remember back a few weeks when 9 Democratic senators, including Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, voted to keep the government open, siding with Republicans, there was a huge backlash among the Democratic base. And the message was pretty clear. They, the base, want Democrats to fight Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and the Trump agenda on all fronts at all times. They do not want any agreement with Trump or any working or compromise with Trump. So I think the Booker speech over these last 12 plus hours is an attempt to sort of channel that fighting energy. Again, it's the Senate. There's only so much you can do, the world's greatest deliberative body. But I think what Booker is doing is saying, look, I'm going to stand up here. I get it. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to talk. I'm going to detail what I don't like and what I think is un-American and bad about what Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing. And I'm going to do it for as long as I can. It's going to get attention. These things do get attention. If you go all night, people pay attention. I'm talking about it right now. And I'm going to show that I've got the fighting spirit, that we have heard you loud and clear, that we know that we have to do better as a Democratic caucus, and we are committed to doing so in fighting Donald Trump. Okay, so that's on the one front, I think, what Booker is doing. And by the way, he's a member of leadership. He's the 4th ranking Democrat in the Senate leadership. So it makes some sense that he's doing this. He's also done this sort of stuff before. He's a really good speaker. So it all makes sense for like the Democratic Party writ large, at least for the base of the Democratic Party. But again, there are personal politics in all of this stuff. Never think there are not. So Cory Booker ran for president in 2020. It was not a terribly successful bid. He never really got above mid-single digits. That's probably being kind. Even though a lot of people thought, he was the kind of person who could wind up as a nominee or maybe the VP, he never really took off. But Booker clearly is an ambitious guy. I think he would like to run for president again. And as I've said many times, 2028 is going to be a wide open race with a really big field. So I think if you're Cory Booker, you look around and you see Pete Buttigieg clearly kind of angling for the 2028 race. You see Gavin Newsom obviously angling for the 2028 race. You see Gretchen Whitmer starting to angle for the 2028 race with a speech she's giving in 2 days here in Washington. And you say to yourself, this is an opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can kind of stand up in my position as a member of Democratic leadership and protest Donald Trump, but that will also accrue to my benefit if and when I decide to run in 2028, because the Democratic base clearly wants candidates who are going to oppose Donald Trump's agenda at every level and at all times. So these sorts of things will get attention. They're pretty high profile. I mean, for the Senate. And I think Booker figures, well, I'm going to get some ancillary benefits here too, right? I'll raise my name ID a little bit. Donors will pay attention. The base will appreciate what I'm doing. So he kind of scratches both itches. I think that's what's really going on here. So it's a little bit of sort of Democratic politics and a little bit of Cory Booker politics and 2028 politics, all wrap up into one 14-plus hour speech. All right, everybody. Take good care. And don't forget, subscribe.